As humans, we get so addicted to our suffering. And I know that you're feeling this way if you're watching this video, if you clicked on it. Like, why else would you have interest, right? I've been feeling this way a lot recently. I've been addicted to my own suffering. I've been falling back in the cycle of being addicted to my own suffering, right? Getting back into the whole, maybe I need to suffer in order to make progress phase. And that really is an addiction. And one thing about addiction is we don't know that it's addiction until we're out of it, right? It's kind of hard to have this self-awareness about it, right? So we get addicted to our suffering, and it becomes a lifestyle. We think that we need it. We think that we need it to be ourselves. We think that we need it to become a better version of ourselves, which is outlandish. And we need it to survive. Like, we think we need it to survive. But it's all a facade, right? Yes, your suffering does build character, and it does build resistance, and it does build progress. But you build progress also through prosperity as well, not just suffering. So the more that you get tied into and tied down to and addicted to your suffering, the farther away you are from prosperity. And that's where the real progress comes. Yes, there's a lot of progress and grit made, and like if you don't go through suffering, you'll never get anything at all. You'll never achieve anything. But there's more to it, right? That they don't want to talk about, because suffering, negativity is much more of a pinpoint. It's like a clickbait, more of like it's more of an attention grabber, right? Negativity always has more energy to people than positivity. So why would they tell you about the fact that prosperity has a much higher energetic field, much higher vibration, much more to it, much more enhancement to your life, much more progress and progression? The same shit, but progress, right? Now, I don't know why this isn't really talked about. It is, but not as much as suffering. But it's kind of hard because the world is built around the fact that we need to suffer, so that we think that we need to suffer so that we stay slaves to the system, right? We're going to go there, okay? So that we stay slaves to the system, so that we continue to work a job, because if we don't suffer in this job and we don't get through it, then I'm not a man for my family. I gotta get it. I gotta be fucking hard. But really, the one who's really hard, the one who's really gangsta, is the fucker who takes the risk, especially when he has kids, to quit his job and chase his dreams, right? To chase the prosperity, to live through a mind of enlightenment and happiness and peace and positivity in a high vibrational state, rather than living in the lower bits of suffering. Why would you want to live in the lower bits of suffering if you don't have to? I understand, like, you get caught up in it, and it gets to a certain point, like, you don't even realize you're in it. Like me, I was in it for years, and I just almost got back into it again until I met somebody. And I'm not going to go into that story, but I met a stranger, and we talked for 3 hours like we'd known each other forever about spiritual shit, like really deep shit. But he told me that to keep sending out high vibrational energy, and good shit's going to happen to me. And I've always known this, but it kind of clicked with me even harder. I was like, you're right. You're right. And then I thought back to all the moments where I was in my highest vibrational state, whether it be I got out of high school and I got this fucking job paying me $21 an hour. Holy shit. But that was a big moment for me at the time. Or whether it be I got in a new relationship, or made new friends, or made a certain amount of money off a job. I just made $1,000 in a weekend off this side job. Holy shit. Or I unlocked this character in a video game. Like, I've had really high moments, and I thought back to those. And when you follow the timeline of events that happens before, during, and after those events, those periods in your life, you start to notice and start to see the pattern that good shit happened before them. You were in a high vibrational state before them, during, obviously, and after. More good shit started to happen to you. Maybe it was small, maybe it was big. Either way, the chain kept going. But then something pissed you off, knocked you off your pivot, brought you back into your old cycle. Like, oh, I'm not supposed, your conscious, your psyche goes, oh, I'm not supposed to be this happy for this long. I'm not supposed to be this peaceful and all this good shit happening. This is a fucking rare coincidence. I'm just really lucky right now. My luck's gonna run out, and it's gone. Because we get trapped in that cycle. We don't understand that prosperity can last forever. Abundance is infinite. The universe is infinite. You are a part of the universe. You are God's greatest creation. You have the gift to create and observe and grasp and truly envelop abundance, right? So use this to your advantage. Stop the suffering. Like, you live in these lower vibrational states. I mean, there's a chart that we all know, right? I forgot, Dr. Hawkins or something. Anyway, it's a vibrational chart. At the top of it, the highest vibrational energy you can be at is enlightenment, and the lowest is like lust and fear. All right, and then it's anger, and then pride, jealousy, and then it slowly gets better. But enlightenment is above love. Enlightenment is everything. So when you can become enlightened and understand that everything you have is within you now, you don't need to suffer for it. That you can just grab it at your will. I mean, truly, not in a magical sense, not in the black magic, not like, let me teleport here, it's all magic, witchcraft. No. What I'm talking about is knowing that you can achieve it, knowing that it's right there at your fingertips. You can have anything you want, but you have to put in the work. But you will not, hear me out, your body, your soul, your mind will not put in the work if you don't truly believe you can get it. You are not going to go to the gym if you don't truly believe it will change your physique. If you think, oh, it's a sham, it's all genetics, and people get lucky, then guess what? You're not even going to take the action to go to the gym in the first place. It's within your limiting beliefs. Your belief system directly contributes and affects your decision making. And it's going to affect the way you make decisions and therefore your outcomes.